So hi everyone, Craig Hanson and welcome to my video. In this video we're going to be looking at creating great structure throughout the golf swing, making ball striking so much easier. This structure sets off a wonderful chain reaction on the entire motion. One of the things that helps is keep the lead arm straight throughout the entire swing. And we've got some incredible drills coming up. We're looking at rotation, the right amount, but also the extension and where the chest points at the top. Some stuff in this video, people, that you haven't seen before. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy the video, leave a like. All right, guys, let's get started on the path to playing some better golf. So guys, right, the first area of this video is the correct amount of rotation, which supports the structure of the lead arm. It brings in so much power. It's great for your sequence, a centered head and turning this trail shoulder behind you. Now I'm going to give you a couple of checkpoints here and give you a great guide and gauge of where you need to be. You can do this with hitting golf balls and without. Now let's have a look. When the lead arm is parallel to the ground, we're only seeing a touch of this trail shoulder. And you'll see that my legs have already turned a little bit as well to help support that. When your lead arm is parallel to the ground, you see a touch of that shoulder, but when I get to the top, I'm getting that right shoulder, that trail shoulder right behind me. And we're keeping ourselves centered, drawing this right side back, extending this right side. And this is a great way to get your swings at the top in perfect positions that make it so much easier. Now, what do we see a lot of the time? We're seeing players swing back. We're seeing a lot of that right shoulder. And from here, literally can't keep the lead arm straight. And for the club to keep going, you know, the arm has to bend. And you really need to be like a Russian gymnast here or something to try and keep that straight. And this is affecting, you know, so many areas of your swinging angle of attack. It's just not a great place to be. So people, before we have a look at one of the best rotation drills ever, let's have a quick look at one of the most important or critical elements in the golf swing, or in a great golf swing, that so many people just don't know about, and it's chest extension, or simply put, just pointing the chest upwards. Now, it's the engine room, it's the motor of your swing. The chain reaction here on the golf swing, it's too big to mention. And the closer you get to these positions, people, the better you're going to hit the golf ball. That's what we're showing you on World Class Golf Instruction. Now, we've got some really great drills coming up in this video. Let's have a look now at chest extension, and we'll get into some rotational drills and plenty of stuff here to get your swings moving in the right direction. So guys, right, the next area of the video, and I dare say you haven't seen, a lot of you haven't seen this before, is getting your chest to extend slightly upwards. Now this just creates such great structure in your swing, and what we're seeing with so many people, unfortunately, is they're not getting their torso, their chest in the right position. We're seeing them turn off the ball just a little bit, but around this area here, you can see that the chest will have the tendency to sort of point a little bit downwards. And what happens from there is I have to lift up the arms, and then they've just become a little disconnected. And you know, we've lost our sequence and we've lost our structure. And by getting this body to extend correctly in both directions, where the chest is up and the chest is up, you're getting your tilts and your turns in a position that makes ball striking so much easier. It really does, guys. The closer you get to these positions here, the better you will hit the ball. Now let's go through some drills here and some things that you can work on in the future. Come back to this video because it's really going to help you create feels, turns and tilts and get your swing in such a good position. So guys, right, this first drill, get the palms pointed away from you and get your hands on an angle like this. So you're almost trying to create a right angle here. And what we do, we get the arms nice and straight. Get yourself in a really good position. This is a great drill. Put your left hand on top of your right hand. And when we move away, we're going to turn our bodies. Now these hands pointed away will help you get a little bit of extension also, but it's going to help you turn. Now when we turn up to the top, try and keep those arms, to exaggerate this feeling, really straight. And if you don't turn, you'll get to about here and it will break down. You have to be able to keep extending, keep turning, getting this right side to move back. And this is a great area to be in. Now when you get to here, you can swap your hands over, right, and move through the golf ball and you can get a feeling of your hips moving forwards and your upper body almost working backwards. And this is almost through the golf ball. It feels like we're holding something back that's heavy here. Keep your arms straight. So once again, right palm down, left palm on top. Turn that body. That's going to help you get some extension, right? Moving, swap the hands, move through the golf ball, and you'll feel like you've got more extension here and get some timing. It's when you actually get your arms and your legs in the right timing, and we can get through the golf ball into a great position, pick up your golf club, do some swings, hit some shots, and revert back to this practice swing. Great place to be, great exercise. Get stuck into it. So when we're looking at getting this right side extending and rotating, one of the areas we can look at, and I'll talk to you about a feel here, is this right leg drawing back. And you're going to feel a compression here between the right hip and your leg. It's such a powerful place to be in your golf swing. Right side extension. And when we get this right leg drawing back symmetrically with the left moving forwards, it really does supply the tilts and the extension and the turns and the swing, getting this right side, drawing it back. And from this direction here, we can see this symmetrical knee work, working back, and you're getting this hip here, this right hip higher up, around 10 to 15 degrees. And this is what gets us in a place where we're externing, but we're also extending up. The other advantage that it has is the left hip points down, and it supplies us with lateral movement, rather than moving level and level. Guys, world-class golf instruction, and thanks to Dr. Robert Neal, who's analysed 550 PGA professors, we're looking at pure evidence-based instruction and getting people, on the path to play better golf, rather than jumping on one video and the next. Work with facts, work with this type of instruction. It'll really help you out. And I'm teaching people online from all around the world. Guys, this compression between the hip here and the right leg is such a powerful place to be and sets your swing up in a wonderful direction. So people, I really like this drill, and I'm going to go through a couple of things here for you. What you do is you put your lead hand on the club and just get the arm slightly bent. Get in your address position. It's always good to do your drills from a realistic position. Now what we're going to do is we're going to think about two things. We're going to get the lead eye to lower slightly on the way down and exaggerate that. We're going to turn the right shoulder behind us, and that's going to give us the extension and the rotation. Just have a look what I do here. Now, we're going to do it through the ball as well. So when we turn, we just lower the cap, the lead side down, and we turn this right shoulder back behind. And you'll get a feeling of the chest then is pointing up. Okay? You can then take your golf club, it won't be as pronounced, but you can also just tilt that lead eye. It might look in the practice swing that you're slight reverse pivoting, but it really gets the feel. You need a feel before you hit a ball, right? This is what it's all about. So in the through swing, we're going to reverse this, right? You put the right palm or the right hand on top, and what we're going to do is we're going to get the right eye to move down, the trail eye moving down, and we're going to get the left arm straight. We're going to get your legs to move forwards, and we're going to get the chest to extend. Now you're going to keep this right eye down. Okay, so on the way back, you've got the left eye down, shoulder turning behind. On the way through, the lead arm straight, and we tilt the eyes down and we rotate so that the chest is pointing up. And then getting in there and doing practice swings to slightly exaggerate these feels. This is a great drill to help you get the correct extension of your chest, which helps us so much throughout the entire golf swing. So guys, right, let's have a look at some evidence-based instruction here. Have a look at McIlroy in the takeaway on the left. Look at the left eye, the lead eye moving downwards. And what it can do for a lot of people here, I'll just pop a line on the side of McIlroy's head here. Just watch this. The actual head moves slightly forwards there, doesn't it? It's almost like a slight reverse pivot. And as he turns to the top, everything's staying really centered. And keeping yourself really centered for a lot of people just gives great pressure, more shaft lean. Now the move from the top's an interesting one. Have a look at that hip move forwards. Look at that right eye drop down and that right side moving down. Now with the driver, you'll really see this. I want you guys to give this a try. I'm not into magic moves. We improve by working with great information and chipping away at your golf. But just watch that move from the top there, especially with the driver, as we see that the right eye moving underneath the left. and just give it a try, because it really is it's just great at shortening this right side, extending this lead side up, and it matches the shoulders. And there really is some magic in this move, people. Give it a go. Let's get further on into the video. If you're after online lessons, check out WorldClassGolf.com. We've got a higher level of instruction there at a cheaper price with Zoom calls, Skype calls. Invest in your golf and get on the path to playing the best golf that you've ever played. And this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to move through the golf ball. We're going to try and keep the arms really straight. Now, for advanced players, what we can do with this shot is we can keep the heel of the club a little bit up. You know, you keep some connection in here. For club players, I'd be looking at really getting that club face to turn and roll over so that you've got the sole of the club there pointed up towards 12 o'clock. World Class Golf Instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied to helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of World Class Golf Instruction. But what we're trying to do is really keep these hands, it's really like an extended punch shot here, and it will help a lot of you get a sensation of what's happening as long as you keep sort of letting the club release. So moving through the ball, I'll just hit one more here and we'll get it right in to the position here where we can see this extension here. You can sort of see them. It's trying to get into this position. It's really extremely difficult to do. But if you can create more of a line here with the left arm and the shaft, you know, get yourself set up with the hands forwards, and then you can get a feeling of really creating that compression. I really got some compression on that one. It's an exaggeration drill. We've seen that used a lot by Mac O'Grady, moving through the golf ball. For advanced players, as I said, keeping the heel up a little bit, you might get a touch of fade on it, and what a lot of advanced players like. But for the club player, letting it release, but getting that left arm and club in one line here with some release will give you a feeling of a really, really solid impact position to improve your compression.